The Paris Olympics are about to get underway, and over the last few months we've seen the Olympic torch carried all over the world, and it got me thinking, how did the torch relay come about? And the answer, it's partially thanks to Nazi Germany. Berlin hosted the 1936 Games. It's commonly known as the Hitler Games. Swastika flags flew alongside the Olympic flag, and the Nazi salute was prevalent throughout it. The organiser of those games was a guy called Karl Diem, and while he wasn't a member of the Nazi Party, there are photos of him with Nazi leaders like this one of him with Goebbels and Goering. It is worth pointing out that Diem was put in charge of the Games long before the Nazis came to power. He attended the LA Games of 1932 to get an understanding of how it all worked. Now, the LA Games had an Olympic flame which burned for the duration of the event. That's a concept that began 4 years earlier in Amsterdam. Both flames, though, they were probably lit with a packet of matches, but it sparked an idea with Diem. He wanted to replicate the torch races of the ancient Olympic Games held in Olympia. The ancient Greeks, they used this special mirror to concentrate the sun's rays on a certain place, which created fire. And Diem wanted to do just that in Olympia, in Greece, and carry that flame all the way to Berlin on foot in this colossal relay. The IOC approved the idea and it went ahead. More than 3,000 runners ran a K each, and in August 1936 the torch reached Berlin. It went through the Brandenburg Gates, it went into the Berlin Stadium in front of Hitler and more than 100,000 people, many of whom were doing the Nazi salute. Hitler's propaganda machine lapped it up. It was even turned into a propaganda film. 8 years later, though, Hitler was dead, and so were millions and millions of his victims. And it wasn't until 1948 that the next Games were held, this time in London, but they didn't scrap the Nazi torch relay. Organisers kept it. They used it as a symbol of peace as it made its way from Greece across war-torn Europe to Britain, and we've had it at the Summer Games ever since.